too quiet. Now that more people are here, is the music too loud for you guys, or is it alright? Okay, good. Alright, I'll leave it at the volume it is now for now until someone else says it's too loud or something. But for now, I'm working on the little mockingbird I got over here. And I wanted it to have Poppie's colors, because it's literally a mockingbird. So I'm just gonna work on that and then work on Poppie. And if I'm still doing the live and the music runs out, I'm just gonna pick another soundtrack. Because I am, like, really big on Twin Peaks music right now. Hey, Steven. Feathers are probably the most fun thing for me to draw. If you treat them like folds of paper, and you shade them like they're paper, it makes a really nice effect like this. Honestly, if you like shade feathers like random shading, it works pretty well. I could probably do a cool rainbow neck thing for this, since Poppy's got a bit of a 3-colored feather thing going on. Hold on, I'm gonna mess with it real quick and see how it turns out. Maybe like an inverted thing, like how this goes yellow, green, and blue. I can do it blue, green, and yellow. Oh, hey, Maiko. Yeah, there's a lot of content. I've been trying to put a lot out there for December since I had the month off. And then just one more, just so the feather language isn't lost on the head. And then we're going to shade this all together once I'm done. Also, when I'm done with this, I'm going to post it both on my Patreon and online. I can probably post the time-lapse of this on Patreon, actually. That'll give you guys something to look at on there that's a little different. Currently, my favorite AU is probably the Dracula AU. That's why I was asking you guys for a link to it last night. And if you notice on my page, I did add the playlist back. I don't remember this song. So this might have been in like a version I missed. I promise an AU update's gonna come out soon. Probably this week. Also, I gotta work on the Skinamarink fic. Also, let me know what you guys think of the music. I promise more vampire stuff's coming soon. Yeah, nothing says welcome home like Twin Peaks. You guys really have to check out Twin Peaks. I'm serious. It's got like it's a pretty good movie. It was really funny. Okay, she's got like orange shading near the end of her beak up here, and then it kind of has like a white highlight. Let's see if I can pull that off real quick. There we go. This is such a cute little guy. Also, once I start the line art layer, I'm gonna have some like flyaway feathers and stuff. Alright, now we can start on Poppie. It's just a little guy. A weird little guy. This isn't the right version of the song. I'm probably gonna skip this one actually. This is a terrible cover. There we go. Okay, the eyes are a little more round than this. Also, I made the head too big, so I can probably just make the beak or just the eyes a little bit bigger. Or I could just make the head smaller, actually. There we go. This is the cheat I like to do for eyelids. Just make it like one kind of umbrella shape over the eye on a separate layer, and then just clip it when you're done shading it. Hey, noob. Yeah, noobs, I was told you're waiting for some Dracula AU, and just want to say that it's coming out soon. Oh, have you guys watched Angel Hair yet? Yeah, I watched all of Angel Hair probably last week. It was really good. There's something nefarious going on with it, but I'm just not sure what it is yet. 'Cause, like, there's like 2 seasons of it so far, and they're hinting at something. I just don't know what. Oh, thank you, noob. Also, for eyes like this, you want to do like this part of the eye, the thickest line. And then the rest of it will be like one thin line. Just to get that cool puppet effect with the eyes. Also, her eyelashes have like a little ball at the end, and there are 3 lashes on each eye. Beaks are always really weird with expressions. So we're gonna figure this out real quick. Okay, the way I had it, the like actual like mouth part starts here and then kind of woo over here. So I'm gonna do that and see how it looks real quick. She doesn't have any nose holes either, so we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna start the line very faint over here and then solidify it as I go up. Probably thicken up the line at the points just to give it more of a heft. And because I have that line now I realize what was wrong with this. I just gotta downturn the corner of the beak real quick. And I can do that by manipulating it over with the warp tool. And also just shimmying over this side of the beak. And that's reading a little better. And now I'm realizing that this part's a little too far out. So I'm just going to push it in a bit more. A lot of this is just going back and forth and realizing where you went wrong and then going back in and fixing it. Yeah, because for this, I'm realizing the end of her beak is a little more pointed. So I'm just gonna go in and baby that a little bit. And then go up here and just fix the eye a little bit. And smooth this part out. The only thing I don't like about Procreate is whenever you like warp a shape, it makes it look super pixelated. And this is why beaks are so hard for me, because a lot of it is like very minute little changes of the beak that only I would notice. You don't even really have to say anything during lives. You can just like leave a like, share the live, donate roses, that kind of thing. Alright, I figured out a way to make it look a little better. So I moved the eye layer on top of the beak. And that's reading a lot better now. So I'm going to add some yellow blush to her real quick. And then start on the shading and then work my way down to the body. Alright, now that we got that, I'm going to start on the neck and the body. Oh, thank you for the roses. Yeah, you don't have to talk or listen. You can keep this on quiet and just watch if you want. Alright, she's kind of got like a pear-shaped teardrop kind of body. So I'm going to do that over here real quick. Just like a vague shape for now, because a lot of it's going to be covered with feathers and whatnot, so the shape of it doesn't have to be like totally perfect. Just so I have a general idea of what I'm going to do with the neck and stuff. Also, now that I'm done with the body, I can work my way on the neck and just try to make it look as on model as possible. I think the way I'm gonna do this is kind of have like a rounded shape under here. And it looks like there are 5 main feathers, or lumps, on the neck. So I'm gonna keep that in mind as I'm doing this. And then just kind of give it like a rounded shape up here, so that the rest of the feathers have something to rest on. Yeah, I'll answer any questions as long as it's not like related to spoilers or anything like that. Also, this looks like it has, alright, so it's like 5 feathers, 4, and then 3. So that'll be pretty easy to keep in mind. Yeah, you can ask Dracula questions. Also, if I notice anything is a little off with the model, all I can do is like rearrange some stuff. Alright, so the last ruffle, it's not going to be as rounded because it has a little bit of a taper up top where it leads into the head. So I'm just going to do like a quick kind of motion. Yeah, it's actually really fun to draw Poppy. Also, to answer your question, Soto, no, it's just going to be vampires. Personally, okay, I'm gonna pause the music. All right, I got a lot of shit for this, but I'm just not a fan of werewolves. I'm I know it's crazy coming from someone who likes monsters, but like, I don't care about werewolves. I'm gonna be honest. Cause like, it's just, it just doesn't like scream like monster to me, you know? It's like it's a man who's a dog who's also a wolf. You know, like all the ones I've been seeing in like media and shit, like they can't make it scary to me. You know, like I don't know, it's just like they're just dogs. They're dogs who are people, but they always act like dogs in every iteration. It's just not scary. I like it when it's used as like an allegory for illness or something, but you know, a lot of the times they just don't do that. They're like, "Oh, it's a scary person dog. That's got to be scary enough, right?" No. It's not scary. Like I'd be more scared of a wolf than like a werewolf. Because like werewolves are just like a threat for like a night, you know? It's just silly. Also, I found a new soundtrack, so hopefully this one's a little better. Yeah, all I did was rant about werewolves, so it's fine. You didn't miss anything. Okay, this is a much better soundtrack. It's like, it's the same thing that zombies have, you know? Like, werewolves are always just like a one and done kind of deal. No one really does anything creative with them besides like the transformations and shit. I'll give them that. The transformations are really good when they're done right. Also, there is a vampire hierarchy. Okay, I messed up the feathers a little bit. Hold on. I forgot the like darker shadings down here for this. Okay, there we go. Quick fix. Yeah, The Last of Us zombies are great. They're how you make it scary, you know? Yeah, he is considered a count. They just haven't, like, used him as that yet. Also, the vampire hunters, if you remember, it's like Claire, Jamie, Snapdragon. And they're gonna be stopping at the village beforehand, which is where Frankie and Tilly were that first time. Like, it was off screen what they were doing in the village. Liam's fine. He's back home. He's being a house husband. No, it's Claire. She just has like a different hairstyle. Yeah, I promise Liam's fine. And nothing's gonna happen to Jamie in this AU, I promise. Probably. They also got like Emmy on a little they got Emmy with them. That's gonna be a thing. Yeah, the village didn't like Frankie and Tilly when they went there. That's why they kind of had to wander out of the village, and they got stuck in that storm. Oh, I messed up a little bit. He's basically got like his brain scrambled and stuff, like the Renfield in the original Dracula. So his brain got a little warped. Bye, pal. See you later. Emmy's canon last name isn't Renfield. It was for the AU. His last name is Snapdragon. Thank you for the roses. Yeah, our Snapdragon, Tilly's half-brother, he goes by that because it's like a surname of the family. Like each boy gets named Snapdragon. Thank you for the roses. I don't know why, but the music is like progressively getting louder. Hold on. Like Snapdragon goes by Snapdragon because that's literally like his name. You know how people are named like John Jr. or some shit? You could call him Junior if you want. I think I'm gonna do the wings last for her body, just because it's gonna go in front right here. Okay, so these got like a puff, and then 3 rings, and then another puff. So I think I'm gonna do it as one big shape. Yeah, because I can add this ruffle on a second layer, so I can just like work my way down. Also, I gotta be careful because none of the Welcome Home characters have like sharp points where the joints are, because some like this would not fly. You always gotta be a little careful drawing Welcome Home characters because there are literally no sharp points anywhere. Except for like save for the end of the arches and stuff. So I'm gonna do like the feet last, pretty much. Yeah, this is Syrup Brush. It's my favorite brush to use for the shapes. And then Tinder Brush is what I use for the line art. And then in painting, I like to use Round Brush and Flat Brush for shading stuff. Okay, the shape of this is a little bit awkward, so I'm just gonna like shimmy it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, my favorite brush to use is the syrup brush, because it just works better with the type of hand pressure that I have naturally. And I think since it's like this, I'm going to make this leg a little bit longer just so it reads a little better. So I'm just going to stretch the line art layer down for that. And move it back just a little bit. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Alright, next step is this back leg, real quick. So it's got like a thigh bump and then straight down. And then same thing for the other side of it. So yeah, pretty much like ostrich legs a bit. And then I'm going to do the feet separately, so right now we don't have to worry about that. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is these little color bands. So it starts, I think I'm going to do this on a separate layer. So it's going to be orange, light blue, and then dark blue. And then on a separate layer, I'm going to shade it with a yellow and a green. So for now, since the leg is already orange, I'm going to grab this color real quick for the thighs. And then just kind of start my way down. Oh my god, these commercials are so loud. No one wants Domino's. Like, the more we see your ads, the less likely we are gonna want it, you know? Anyway. Okay, these end just above the knee. So we're just gonna end it just behind the second leg over here. And then I'm gonna put these two layers down and clip it real quick just to see if I like how it looks or not. And I do like it, so we're gonna keep that. We're gonna unclip it for now so that we can start on like proper shading and stuff. It's like a dark orange behind the ruffle. And then we're just going to follow the bands that are given to us already. And then it ends in kind of like a yellow over here. So I'm going to put that down, and then we're going to clip it all together. And that's looking like the colors, so we're just going to chop this up a bit so it doesn't look as messy. Fix this real quick, because the color kind of blended in a bit. And there we go. And now we're going to do the same thing for the front leg. I could go for some wings right now. Barbecue wings with like bone in it. I love the bone chicken. And no, I don't eat the bones. I just like to gnaw on the ends like everybody else. Bye, noobs.
what you do? What did you do to them?
The commercials of this are ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to merge this all down and then see how it looks on this leg. I'm just going to blend these a little bit so the shape is a little softer. Alright, there we go. Now I can start on the ruffle for down here. What inspired me to make Yuri? Yuri, I wanted to kind of explore like how Pierots themselves were made. And in order to do that, I had to think about how I made Pierots, and I wanted to make a species based off of that. So like after the lore is explained, it's easier to see how Pierots came from a Maltese. And for Usurper, I kind of want to do the same thing. Can't tell you why yet, but like the characters do have some relation to Usurper as well. Like you're gonna see the whole thing once we start the arc, once certain things are revealed. And it's gonna be fun. Also, now that I'm looking at this, I gotta make this leg a little longer. That way the shape of the lower leg is the same size as this. Also, so we don't have a taper incident over here, because the one thing you don't want in a drawing is a tangent. Thank you for the roses. He honestly doesn't care what he's called. It's just his first name was the Bow by the Amalthis, which is what he was fine going by for a while. And then after they were gone, the Pierots called him the Usurper, or Basilius and everybody else, after the Pierots had fallen, called him the Usurper because of what he did. It itself doesn't have a name because of what it is. Like it doesn't exist as an individual, I'll say. It's more of a hive mind kind of thing, so it doesn't have a name, it just goes by titles that people give it. Like, the whole thing with Usurper is going to be really interesting, because it's definitely a character you guys haven't seen before. Or a character that I've made before. Yeah, it's definitely a hive mind. Yeah, it mainly acts as a force of nature in a way. Like, it doesn't have any malice or anything towards people. It just does what it was born doing anyway. Like, if something comes across it in space, like if something ventures out and discovers it, it'll track it down and then wipe it entirely out off the face of the earth or out of the face of the universe. And that's just what it does. There's like no like hate or anything towards the action it's doing. It's just like curious because it doesn't understand what it's doing is like bad per se. It just like it's like in its nature to do it, you know? And to its opinion, like every species it's come across has reacted the same. So it's reacted the same in turn until something that Yuri does that gives it pause. And that's why Usurper will go into voluntary captivity. Although the Amalthus doesn't know it's voluntary, they think that they simply overpowered it because it wants to study them as well. Also, we had a little incident last night uh, with one of our neighbors, apparently. We have a local neighbor, small Korean lady who likes to walk around the neighborhood crying. And apparently, well, we had a friend over one night and they slept on the couch. And they said they heard crying like right outside our window in the backyard. So we think that she might be going into our backyard. Like, she's not doing anything. She's not like dangerous. It's just she's weird because she likes to like walk around the neighborhood and cry. That's literally all she does. We call her the crying lady. But that whole thing is eerie as hell because like I was sitting next to the window when he told us what happened. And it explains why our backyard gate is open sometimes. Because I guess she used to know the neighbors that lived in our house. And I guess because of the way that she is, she just like wanders in the backyard. But it's super fucking creepy. So like last night I just went around and started shutting the blinds. Because literally that night, the night after he told us that, he saw her walking towards our house again. Luckily, we only have one entrance to our house. There's no like back door that she can get into through the back. And we do have a lock on that. So we're fine. But like at the same time, why is she doing this to us? And one time a couple months ago, we were driving by her house, and I just look over to their window because they got like a big window in front of their house, and she's just there with the curtains parted. This little Korean lady, old woman. She's got her hands plastered to the window and her mouth open like she's screaming. Like, what the fuck? You know? Like, why does this always happen? Like, why does this always have to happen to us? The weirdest shit just keeps happening. Yeah, it, like the fact I didn't even bat an eye to that information and just went around closing the blinds, like, yep, this is what we're gonna do now. So from now on, every night we're gonna shut the blinds everywhere, and I've been begging my roommate because she's like real lackadaisical to like make sure she locks the door every time she leaves or comes home, and every time she keeps forgetting. So now I'm gonna be really on her ass about it. She's from like Virginia or some shit where I guess they don't lock their doors. But it's like that's not an excuse. We are going to die. There is a good chance that she has Alzheimer's or some shit and she's gonna come into our house. Please. Be a little responsible. There are other people that live here. Oh, hi, whimpering. Well, besides that, we all had a good bonding moment last night where we all trauma dumped together. We had a good cry, but that was nice. It was like a group cry. But anyway, these ruffles are looking nice. Thank you, Bae. Yeah, it's been about a hot minute since I've seen you around. I totally forgot to keep the music playing. Alright, after these little foot ruffles, we are going to, oh no, it's fighting me. Come on! No! Yeah, more terror in my life. Thank you. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, just another day of terror in my backstory, I guess. In my day-to-day life. Also, we live next to a Buddha shrine, too. And we think that she goes over there a lot, and that's why she's wandering the neighborhood. But still, that's not okay. No, but like, what are we supposed to do? 'Cause like, if she hasn't done anything, you know, she's just like some poor lady who lives at the end of our hill that like clearly has something like bothering her, you know? Like it's not as scary as you would think. It's just like you just like feel bad for her, you know? That just sounds like that Russian lady was racist, to be honest. Also, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna leave you with the little mockingbird and the music. And I'll be right back. Yeah, as long as she's not dangerous to anybody, you know? It's like, we don't want to go out of our way to, like, upset our neighbors, you know? Anyway, here you go. I'll be right back. Look, as long as we don't have like an incident where this lady like somehow like traps herself in our basement, I don't think we're gonna have a problem. But she's always crying, you know? It's strange. Like she's not hurting anybody, but it's odd, you know? Like if this was some like Alzheimer's dude, I'm sure the situation would be different because there would be a lot bigger of a risk. But like she's very small. We could easily overpower her if she were to somehow come into our house, but like you know, we don't want to like start fights for no reason, you know? Also, I'm going to try a little bit of a different setup real quick. I'm going to try sitting on the floor to do this so you guys have better still camera. I'm just going to try real quick to figure this out. And then we'll get right back to it. I'm gonna try to see if there's a way I can prop my phone up just a little bit like this so you guys can see it a little better. Hold on. Hey, there you go. That kind of works, right? Only problem is I won't be able to see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah, like every so often I can swivel over and see what you guys are saying. Hey, this kind of works. Yeah, I don't have a computer, so we're gonna try this. Yeah, you guys can see a lot better now what I'm doing, too. And that gives my arm a break, actually. And I can, yeah, if I sit like this, I'll be able to see you guys talk, too. Alright, let's try this out and see if this works. So, I'm gonna, continue drawing. I'm gonna do her little hair ruffles last, I think. Right now, I just want to do the tail, like the ruff for the tail. Also, I based the little mockingbird off this little guy that used to be on Sesame Street. This crazy little bird. Because I thought he was pretty cute. Yeah, I think it was called Little Bird or something like that. Poppy's got like 3 main feathers on her tail. Just like the rest of her, it's like a three's the charm kind of thing. And they're all kind of layered on top of each other. So I'm just going to do the same thing that I did for the leg, where it's like 3 colors and then blend with different colors. Alright, and the last one's orange, and it looks like it goes in and then out. Like a bit of a rounder shape than what they already got. Yeah, and then I'm gonna post the time lapse for this on Patreon if you guys want to join that. Yeah, it looks like it goes and then the. So we're gonna do that. Welcome back, pal. Alright, now I'm gonna shade the tail a bit. And then put like the actual details and stuff in for the line layer. What song is this? Okay, this one's good. Thank you, Kesa. Is that how you say your name? Probably. I'm very bad at pronouncing stuff. I'm gonna add a bit of red in this, just because the shading for this is so sharp over here. I'm gonna round this out just a little bit so that the orange is more presented. It's so funny with the Twin Peaks stuff, because, like, I am very much hyperfixating on it right now. And then every time it, like, the thing with Twin Peaks, right? Once you watch it and you understand it, it starts popping up a lot in, like, everyday stuff. And because of that, every time something related to it pops up, me and my friends are like, oh my god, it's just like what Mr. Lynch said. And yeah, it gets very hive-mindy once you're into it. And we have a running joke where everyone talks in the Lynch voice, where it's like, hello, welcome back, everybody. It's me, David Lynch. And one of our other friends, he keeps having dreams with Lynch in it, which is very appropriate, because his things are all about dreams and stuff. So we have a joke where it's like, hi, buddy, it's me again. I'm back in your dreams. It gets very, we sound insane. We sound very autistic and insane every time. If you've ever had a hyperfixation, you'd understand. Oh, and they actually got to go to the location Twin Peaks was aired. And it's like, you lucky bastard. I wanted to go, but they already went before we even started watching it. It's like, oh, you lucky bastard. Okay, now I can start on our head feathers. Also, I got you guys propped up on the House of Leaves book right now, which is very appropriate. I still have to finish reading it, so I think I'm gonna bring it on the plane with me. Oh, and we'd sing the theme song every time we played an episode. This song. We'd do like an a cappella cover. Her hair's turning out nice though. Welcome back, pal. I'm glad you can hear now. We got 2 more feathers to do on our head. And then, we can start shading it. And then we can start working on line layer and stuff. And add, like, little details in the background. Which is the thing I like to do, you know. You guys know this. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we have a neighborhood La Llorona, you know? But, like, no one's died yet. Which is the thing with her, right? Oh, you missed it. I was telling everybody about how, we have, like, a neighborhood lady that likes to cry and wander the neighborhood. And, last night, our roommate, not our roommate, our friend, was telling us about how when he was sleeping over the night before, last night, he heard crying right outside the window. So we think she might be breaking into our backyard. Which is, it's always fun, knowing that you're a target of the neighborhood crazy lady, but she hasn't hurt anybody. And it's not like she's broken into our basement for anything. And we don't have any proof that she's actually doing it. It's just like, he heard her crying, and like, sometimes our backyard gate is open, which could also be our old roommate coming back to grab his stuff. So like, we don't have any proof, but it's still really scary to think about. You know, it's fine though, it's fine. I'm used to scary people doing shit. I shouldn't be used to that, but, you know, what can you do? What am I supposed to do? She's not hurting anybody. She's probably got Alzheimer's, you know? But still, it was super scary hearing him say that last night as I was sitting with my back to the window that she apparently was at. The blinds were open and everything.
Toxic therapy from your vape.
God, I hate this commercial so much. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but it's not like the most crazy thing that's ever happened to me, so like, I'm not really gonna bat an eye to it. I'm from the north. Spooky ghost shit happens all the time up there. And like, I tell my roommates and stuff about things that have happened, and they're like, what? Are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. Like, foxes just sound just like ladies screaming in the middle of the night. Like, you say this to anybody who's not from the area, and they look at you like you're crazy, you know? Like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, it's not like I'm lying to you. I'm very much not. Yeah, the vape commercial is ridiculous. It keeps showing up. My other roommate is from Texas, and they tell us about the werewolves that come to Walmart during like a full moon. Not like actual werewolves, but like weird people that like to come in, you know? You know, like those customers you always get like during blue moons when people act weird anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna... Oh, she's got a yellow belly. I forgot! Actually, it's fine. You can't really see it at the angle she's at anyway, because the shawl's gonna be there. She's got like a nice kind of lace going on with it too. I'm gonna be flying on Christmas Eve, actually. Yeah, the new moon's always weird like that. Oh, and working at SCAD during a full moon, awful. Because there's always a handful of kids that come in and like, they always act like just absolute assholes to any customer service worker. I don't want to be a barista forever. I think once we move to a new house, I'm gonna do something different. But, like, for now, like, it's good money right now. And I need that. Because I'm, like, on my own, you know? Yeah, sometimes people can jinx it. One of these days, I'm gonna have Wally eating Gambosia or something. If you guys watch Twin Peaks, you know what that is. Or just like a bowl of Gambosia. Has anyone here ever watched it? I sound insane, because no one here has watched it, I think. So you won't know what the hell I'm talking about half the time. Maybe that's why I like Twin Peaks so much. It's already such a weird show, and my life is so weird. You know? It's actually pretty nice being a barista, if it's, like, quiet, you know? Because, like, I work at a college, and, it's pretty nice there. God, I'm an idiot. She has poppies on her shawl. I just realized this. You know, maybe I should just give up. Never be an artist again, if I can't notice that shit. Unbelievable. Well, time to call it a night, folks. That's the end of my career right there. I can never show my face in the art world again if I never realized she had fucking poppies on her shawl. Unbelievable. God, 24 years of art training down the drain. You see, that's the fun thing about drawing characters for as long as you do. Or as long as I have, because you still notice little shit like this, you know? Yeah, the Twin Peaks songs can be either hit or miss, really. I'm just probably gonna skip this one. Yeah, just give me a sec to get these commercials out of the way. You know what would be a pretty good spooky drawing after this for Welcome Home? You know, poppies are like used in like sleep and stuff. They're supposed to represent sleep or death. So that's pretty interesting to do later. We'll see the other Puros in the Dracula AU. I'm planning on having like a masquerade ball thing. That would be pretty fun. No, there's a lot of hidden messages in Welcome Home that I really like. That's why I like drawing it so much. You know? Like how, literally any of the characters have like a hidden thing going on, you know? Like poppies literally mean endless sleep or death, you know? That's what comes in handy when, you know, you learn flower language. Like, if you ever want to look up or use a flower to symbolize something, just look up something that, like, symbolic of what flower is symbolic of X, Y, and Z, you know? Yeah, the masquerade ball is gonna be fun. Because that's where I can introduce Mayhaps. And he's gonna have a cool mask on. I think I'll do that arc after the initial arc I was planning where the hunters get to the mansion. Okay, last step is the wings for her. And then I'm gonna add the lace in the line art layer because that's such like a precise, defined kind of shape. Like lace is always thin. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to go on a new layer on top and just work on the wings. Each of the wings got 4 main loops for the feathers. So we're gonna do something like that real quick. I think what I'm gonna do first, so it's not confused with the body, is I'm gonna make it a darker red. Just so I can read the shape better. At least for the base. And then we're gonna move on to the front layer. And make that basically a different color so it's easier to read. I think the way I'm gonna do it, since it's the Vampire AU, is any characters that don't have legs are just gonna be wearing dresses. What would be better if I do this? Maybe. I think the back wing will be easier to do for now, while I figure out what to do for this front wing. Yeah, almost every Puro will be wearing dresses. Alright, I think I'm gonna find a different soundtrack because these songs are way too quick. Okay, we're gonna see how this one sounds. Naboo's gonna be hosting the ball. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing where, like, since Karen... Why do I keep saying that? Since Charon's, like, an isolated vampire, this is gonna be the first invite he's ever gotten for something. So that'll be pretty interesting. Sharon's, like, isolated both because he wants to be and because he doesn't want to be. Like, it's a complicated situation. But like, once the world, or, like, the vampire world learns that he's not the only one there, he's gonna start getting invites. Joy and Mayhaps are going to be something else in this AU that's kind of like vampires, but not really. I don't want to spoil anything, but they're a little different. And Joy is gonna be Frankie's, like, reincarnated part, like, you know how, like, in vampire AUs they like to do the, oh, this character was reincarnated. Like, I want to do something like that. Like, in this AU, Joy is the one that made Sharon. And then she died immediately after. And then Sharon made Violet. So in this AU, he didn't know her that well. But he still feels, like, sad because they could have had a good relationship. But she died early. God, what is with this bee? There's, like, a wasp outside that keeps hitting the window. He does this every day. I am serious. Yeah. Charon is Joy's fledgling. God, that wasp wants me so bad. Yeah, this is a much better soundtrack. A lot less words. This is also a good setup because my hands won't heat up the phone as quick. These pictures turned out pretty well, actually. Now I just gotta figure out what I want to do with this wing. So I'm gonna get rid of this little layer. I'm gonna do a new layer just to figure out the sketch for the wing. I forgot I had a reference. Alright, so when she's got her wing folded, it kind of is like one big shape. So we're gonna do something like that right here. And we're probably just gonna do one loop right here. So literally kind of the same shape I just had, just a little different. And I'm gonna taper the top of it, just so it's an easier read. And then we're gonna get that good shape in there. Wait, what happened? Hold on. Look, we all got daddy issues. My dad literally became a detective after I was born and left my mom. Did I ever tell you guys about that? Like, a few months after I was born, he left to become like a private investigator or some shit. And then when he got bored of that, he became a teacher, and that's how he met his wife that he's had for like ever. He never married my mom. He married a librarian, and she's really nice. A couple times I've met her, she's very nice. Yeah, he never told me what exactly he did in the private investigator part, but he said it's something that he never wants to go back to because of how depressing it is. It's just funny, because, like, I know it's not the whole story, but just the idea of, like, my dad going to live to fight a life of crime is just so funny. Also, I'm pretty sure he cheated on my mom, but... Like, my grandma pulled out a bunch of emails that he shared with another lady, which is not something she should have showed me, by the way. You don't ever want to drag your kids into shit like that. But, like, I don't know, it's just funny now to think about. It's like the film noir detectives who, like, leave their wife and kids to, like, because of their obsession with, like, a tracking down a killer or something. You know those ones. Oh yeah, my dad is literally a teacher in the North Pole High School in Alaska. I am serious. Or he was. He moved from Fairbank to like Greenwich or some shit like that. But he's still in Alaska. I don't know how long he was a teacher there for, but that's pretty funny too. Because it sounds like I'm lying. I'm really not. He's just a... I don't know what he's doing. Like, he told me once that, like, when he was, like, a detective, there were a lot of, like, kid-related cases, and it just made him think of me, and that's why he left. Because, like, the guilt of that, I guess. Which is pretty funny. Because it's like, if you miss me so much, why didn't you take me with you, you know? I didn't even know what he looked like until I was 11. No, but literally, like a year before I started to go visit my dad, my aunt was showing us a picture book of us when we were babies, and I saw this dude with glasses holding me, and I was like, "Who's that?" And she gave me the weirdest look. And she was like, "That's your dad." So I think my mom got yelled at about that. Which is good, because she deserves to get yelled at. She definitely did not want to be a mom, but you know, I'm away from that now. And my life is a lot better. Yeah, who knows what the story is about why he left, but I'm pretty sure my grandma had a hand in it, because she's a little crazy. I'm gonna make this wing a little fatter, just so it reads better. Oh, thank you for the roses. Yeah, my mom and dad met in the Navy, right? And it wasn't explicitly stated, but I'm pretty sure my dad was her boss. Well, he was definitely her superior on the boat, or whatever you want to call it. I'm what they call a Navy baby. And when I was born, she left the Navy. And I think she's always kind of resented me for that. My grandma was adopted, so we don't really know much about family stuff. It's always been a little weird, but we have a theory that she was an affair baby. Okay, so like Big Bird books have like a kind of navy blue background. So I think I'm gonna make this like that. That looks good. And the only thing I know about my dad's side of the family is that his grandfather fled Germany during World War II. But he didn't tell me why. So I don't know if he was like, well, he's definitely not Jewish. But like I think he was just one of those people who wanted to escape the war, maybe. I'm gonna figure out the background after. Is that just like a straight up feather in her cookie? I think so. Okay, so for now we're gonna do the art layer, and then I'm probably gonna end the stream after that, and then post the final later. And then the time lapse is gonna go on my Patreon. Yeah, my uncle's dead. He's not even my uncle, really. He's my grandmother's adopted brother. And everyone in the family called him Uncle Scott. But nah, he's very dead. And his son almost killed somebody with a hammer. So he was in jail for most of my childhood. I remember him being like my best friend when I was in kindergarten. And I was really upset when they told me I couldn't see him anymore because of that. But he just got out of jail and he started a family. And he's like turned his life around completely, and we're all really happy for him. But yeah, he used to apparently get into fights with my mom a lot, which, knowing my mom, she probably deserved it. I definitely know my grandma and mom thought about me a lot when I was a kid, because my mom wasn't really around for me that much growing up. And my grandma was usually the one to take care of me. And I would overhear their fights a lot about it. Yeah, my grandma tried to, my grandma did her best, and then, like 2 years ago when my cousins moved in, was when, she kind of turned on me. You know, she was mad that I didn't get a job straight out of college, graduation, and that kind of stuff, and I just felt useless staying there, so I felt it was best for everybody if I just left. This is one of my favorite songs from it. I think this is the Pink Lodge song. This one's good.
Where?
No, don't feel bad for me. It's supposed to be funny. I think the worst thing that ever happened, like that was my fault directly, was I don't even remember what it was that she said, but my aunt told me something. And I wasn't supposed to tell anybody, but I told my mom. And that started a big fight between them, and they didn't talk to each other for years after that. And I still think they hold it against me. But, like, I was like 10, you know? But you know what? They're not my problem anymore. And I get to be myself with people who like me. You know? Like, leaving them is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. Why is David Bowie on my screen? David, what are you doing here? It's like that meme where it's like, Adam Sandler? What are you doing here? The Goblin King himself was like, you haven't updated my story, Taylor. I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry. I've been busy. Where's the next That Williams Girl chapter, Taylor? Fuck, I didn't mean to. I literally just updated it. Everyone tell David Bowie to leave me alone. I'll get to it when I get to it, Jesus. He's still here, looking at me so judgmental. David! What are you doing here? Yeah, the end of the year is going pretty well so far. I got to do a lot of art. I got to take a break from work. It's going good. And these feathers look pretty good too. Oh yeah, I remember a comment a while ago. Someone said my art tastes like black cherry. And it's like, that's cool. That's a nice flavor for art to be. Oh, great. Now the lodge guy is here. There he is. Yeah, if you guys watch Twin Peaks, you know who that is. Real crazy guy. And apparently in real life, he's like joined a cult or some shit. I don't know. It's something weird. Well, like he and David Lynch got into like a fight for something, and David Lynch basically like retconned his character in the show, which isn't bad. I like how he did it. But no, this guy apparently is like really paranoid or something. If my hand will stop shaking, Jesus. Hold on, I gotta crack my hand real quick. Oh yeah, it's been 2 hours, hasn't it? That's pretty good. And we're just about done too, almost. I just gotta add the line art and then make I'm probably gonna Photoshop this onto one of those school book covers, like just to match the style. Make like a fun little title or whatnot. You know, just make it look like a book. Yeah, I'm a big fan of what I got going on for Cricut right now. Like, it's gonna be good. Also, I don't know if you guys are in the Discord, but my favorite song for Cricut right now is called like Fleetwood or something like that. If you guys remember in the chat, can you link it here? Because I can't remember what it's called. Because it's a new song I found, so I can't like memorize everything. But that's very much a Cricut song. And I'm probably gonna do a cover inspired by that for one of the updates. Probably like Cricket walking through the snow with blood and everything. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, White Winter Hymn. That's the name of it. I think this is Laura Palmer's song playing right now. Also, I still am planning to do a video about that creature in the blue level, or the blue layer, in the Mystery Flesh Pit update. Not a recent update, but an old one, because I do have a few ideas what that creature could be. I got a few theories. I either think it's like a white blood cell kind of thing because of how deep the ship went, or it's like a repurposed animal, like how the weasels are like boneless blobs now. It kind of reminds me of either like a type of plant or like an anglerfish kind of thing. And the way its body was, it was like mostly in screen, like the face, but it looked like a part of it tapered down. So I'm wondering if it's some kind of like furry worm. Thank you for the ice cream. Yeah, thank you very much for the ice cream. I actually do have a favorite kind of ice cream. It's peanut butter and chocolate. That one's a big favorite of mine. Especially Reese's Pieces ice cream. That one's pretty good. But up north we had this ice cream shop called Sundays. And every summer they had like a soft serve kind of thing with peanut butter and chocolate in it, and it was my favorite. Yeah, Millen likes kids. They're like the ones he won't eat. Yeah, chocolate peanut butter ice cream is my favorite kind of ice cream. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't had mint since I was a kid because my grandma's like a respiratory therapist, and she would take me to work with her sometimes to like hang out in the waiting room while she worked for like a few hours. And in the fridge in there, they always had mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I don't remember what it tastes like, but I remember really liking it. I think I was in kindergarten for that. Look, there's nothing wrong with peanut butter ice cream. In fact, I think peanut butter tastes better when it's cold. Look, I can't tell you anything about the kid. But it's not, like, a being. I wonder if I also ate the mint chocolate chip because I was starving, but, like... I was in that room for a long time as a kid. I think all they had in there was, like, pretzels and mint chocolate chip shit. How long was I in that room for? Now I'm thinking about it. I probably wasn't in there for the whole day, because I would have remembered that. But I was in there for a good while. I'm gonna tell you now, I hate ice cream cake. I do not think that those things should be together. I don't like it because I hate that marbly layer that separates the two. It just is so disgusting to me. You know that weird, like, crust layer that separates the ice cream and the cake? It's disgusting to me. Like, you're allowed to like it, but you're also allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to be completely wrong about it. Oh, I love pistachio coffee. Or pistachio lattes. Like iced lattes. Pistachio is a really good flavor. I don't know why. I recently tried it because of, you know, where I work. And it's just the best flavor they got there. And I put like some vanilla syrup in it and stuff. Make it nice and sweet. Yeah, next time you guys go to Starbucks or something, get like a pistachio latte with vanilla syrup in it. It's really good. Oh, and half in it makes it taste even better. I did not think I would like pistachio, but here I am. It's like my favorite type of coffee flavor besides mocha. Like, it's gonna taste very sweet to some people, but like, it's like the perfect kind of flavor for me. Oh, and my friend, whenever she's on shift, she likes to make a pistachio, what's it called? Cold foam. Yeah, pistachio cold foam, where it's like half and half, vanilla flavoring and pistachio sauce. And you kind of put that in the blender, and the half and half makes it a little thick, kind of like ice cream, and it's great. You put that on top of like a black coffee, it's great. It really is like having ice cream with a bit of a kick. Bye, Soto. I did not like any of the Christmas flavors they had. The place I work, we got like Starbucks like coffees, but we're not a Starbucks. We only got like a few of the drinks they have. So like when prissy kids come in and they're like, I want like a caramel frap with like cappuccino shit in it, and we're like, we don't have cappuccino shit. We can only make hot cappuccinos where I work. Oh, and there's this one lady who tried to make me warm up breast milk during work, and I'm like, lady, this is a public machine. I can't just take your breast milk and warm it up for you. She was some French lady. You know how weird French people are, but like, oh my, everyone I told had the same reaction. Nah, art college kids are the weirdest people. And that's saying something, because I literally went to the same school before I graduated. But especially like these post-COVID kids who like went through the last year of high school, like indoors and shit. They are very much not socialized, and they're so weird. And you can tell who was an iPad kid. You can really, really tell. An MC kid? Yeah, that sounds good. Go for it, I say. Also, I really like these coffees, these Dunkin' Donut mochas. I got addicted to them in college, and I'm still drinking them. No, but streaming is actually pretty fun so far. I like talking. I like talking to you guys. Oh, a Millen Cricket Kid. Okay, now... My bad. Yeah, you can do that if you want. I'm gonna add a little seam to the leg, just because I like how it looks. It's usually a very thin line like this that just makes it look more like a stuffed animal kind of stitch. So I'm gonna put it very thin along the legs like this, just following the curve of the leg, and then like one for the body over here. Make it look really nice. Maybe add some stitches too. Because it is a stuffed... If you think about it, Muppets are like stuffed animals, but alive. More alive, in a way. And it's a really nice touch. It's not something a lot of people will focus on, but I'm one for details. Yeah, you're totally free to make your own characters if you want. My goal for Patreon is to hopefully get enough people so that it's like 800 a month or something, because that'll like be perfect for the amount of money I have to pay every month. Then I'll really take the stress off. But I really should have started Patreon earlier, but I just didn't know what the hell I was doing with it, you know? Like, I've had a Patreon, you know? It's just like, no one tells you how to use Patreon. I kind of had to figure it out, and it took a really long time. Like, Millen is a good parent. It's just his kid doesn't need him anymore, you know? Alright, I'm gonna do the lace, and then we're gonna move on to the little mockingbird. I kind of want to do a flower design for the lace, because she does have a flower theme going on, because her name's literally Poppie. Lou would be a good dad. Oh, if you guys want to know what like actually scares me, there's a character in Twin Peaks called Bob, and as a kid, I watched Twin Peaks, and I would have nightmares of him crawling over the bed, because that's what he does in the show, and it's the scariest fucking thing ever. I am serious. If you look up a clip of Bob, and him crawling over the bed, that's exactly what I would see as a kid in like the middle of the night. It was so scary. Yeah, this might be a better setup for the phone, that way it doesn't overheat as quick from my hands, because my hands warm up a lot when I draw. I've had a lot of crazy dreams. I get really vivid ones where, like, I'm usually being chased by something, or like I'm with a friend and we're running from something. It's always the same dude, too. I feel like I'm fucking haunted by Freddy Krueger or some shit. Yesterday I had a dream about being in like a big kind of mall. You know the malls where it's like multi-leveled and they have this big area open where you can see all the levels of the mall with like handrails and everything. Well, I was going through the mall with one of my friends who's my roommate, and we went up a giant thing of stairs that looked like it was in like an opera theater, and then it opens up into this big area of the mall that was all circus themed. Like every level of the mall had like a trend, like a circus trend going on, like clowns and shit. And in the middle of it was this huge sort of carousel, where like every layer of the carousel had like a different ride on it. Like there were like bumper cars and at the very top of the carousel had like a bouncy house on it. And like every layer was like a different thing. Like it was like actual carousels, bumper cars, roller coaster, all in this like big structure. And the place on like the outer ring where like the mall level was, on all sides of it was like packed with people. And they were all waiting for their turn to get on to the thing. And in the crowd, I lost my friend. So the rest of the dream was like me trying to find my friend, while at the same time avoiding this the guy that we were running from. It's always the same guy too. I don't even know who the fuck he is. No, but it was such a cool looking carousel too. It was huge. Like I'm talking like really big. No, it was a lot of fun. That was a fun dream though. It wasn't like a scary dream, but like it's like one of those where like you're aware that if like someone catches you, something will happen. But that didn't happen at any point of the dream. These lawns are looking a little shaky. It's not good. They're born, like, shapeless, but they take on the appearance of a human based on what they like. Like, Petrichor, her thing is, old, like, swing music almost, like, opera music, I would say. Or, like, 1920s-esque, aesthetic. I'm thinking about retconning Lou's design to where his appearance changes every time we see him. Because his thing, I can't tell you yet, but the concept he was based off of is more of a mental thing. So I think it would be best if I keep the like orange guy appeal, but like every other shot, he looks like a different person. Yeah, Millen has been betrayed. All the other Golgothas betrayed him in order to trap him in that post. With all the nails in it. They also did it for their own safety. Because of what happened with Icarus, they realized that they would never be able to be fully safe and do their own thing with humans if Millen was around. And the thing of the story is that Cricket and Millen are going to be traveling together. And as they're traveling together, they're going to meet different Golgothas. And what they've been doing in the meantime since Millen's imprisonment. And you're going to find that some of them are, like, evil, some of them are, like, good. Well, not good, but, like, better. Some of them are going to hate Cricket, some of them are going to love her, you know, stuff like that. They all got their own thing. You'll find out what happens to Sam at the end of this part, at the end of Horsehair. Oh, does anyone know that curse where it's like, a really famous artists die at like a certain age? It's either like 23 or 27, something like that. Yeah, someone look up the age 27 curse or something for celebrities. Because a lot of them die at that age, like artists and everything. Yeah, there was a thing a while back where people were starting to notice like artists would die at a certain age, like all throughout history. And I'm pretty sure it's 27. It's either 27 or 23. Can someone like look it up real quick? Actually, I'll look it up. We're gonna take a quick detour. It is 27. Okay. The 27 Club. Okay, so I got like 3 more years. Yeah, you guys got 3 more years of this until I mysteriously die of some tragic accident. But hey, it'll be fun. If that actually happens, you guys will know it's because of that curse. Yeah, I'm 24. I have it in my bio, right? Like, I don't want my age to be a surprise to people. Honestly, I forget how old I am most of the time. My friends give me hell about it. They're like, what do you mean you have to think about it? You should know how old you are off the top of your head. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've celebrated my birthday. Alright, these are just about done, so now I'm going to add some background stuff for them. And then probably some shading. Oh, happy birthday, Steven. Oh, if you guys want another lore thing, Petrichor's, like, stage name, I guess, is, Judy. So you can call her either Petrichor or Judy if you want. I think I'm gonna move this guy down a little bit. Yeah, that way it looks like her eyes are actually looking that way. Yeah, I think this is done pretty much. Now I'm just gonna Photoshop it onto a book background or something. Oh. There we go. I accidentally scribbled on him. You can't really make a new Golgotha because of just the way they are. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but they're all kind of linked together. But you can give a person Golgotha traits. Like, that's how Cricket was made. Okay, give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna find a quick background to Photoshop this on. Okay, so I'm gonna make it look like this a bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this up. Just kind of, Man, the music is freaking out. They can't have children. Not like children like babies or whatnot. They can have extensions of themselves. No, it would be kind of impossible for them to have kids with people. You'll find out how Millen has a kid. I'm just gonna plug this in real quick. Because it's starting to die. I'm gonna add some white scuff marks and stuff after. A few of them do want kids, it's just, the way they are, they can't. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna align this so it matches better with this. Then we're gonna scuff it up a bit, make it look like a book. Ooh, that looks gross. This is gonna be a little tricky. Because I want to both get that old book effect. So we're gonna look at this real quick. And I'm probably gonna steal some scuffing from this and put it on. Yeah, this is working. Okay, I figured it out. Baby steps, guys. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna blur this a little bit. We're gonna make this big with the chromic aberration, and then we're gonna blur it. And then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this layer dark, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna make it a little dark, and then we're gonna put it behind the shape we already got. And that kind of helps it pop out a bit, maybe. No, because this is a little too far down. So what we're gonna do is just kind of shimmy her up a bit. Lou does want kids. You know what, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a big level where there's like a big texture overall on it. Also, up here is where the welcome home sign's gonna go. And I'll probably do that mystery author or whatever down here. Okay, so we're gonna do one kind of like blue layer on top with the texture. And then just kind of work our way out from there. Just so it all looks scuffed up. And I add some like quick layers of white. Blend it all together. It's gonna be a little worn near the edges, so we're just gonna do that real quick. And we're also gonna get rid of this weird white scuff layer we got. Just because I want to see how it looks. It's kind of working. Nah. This one might be better. There's gotta be a way to do this. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a, I'm gonna duplicate this real quick in case I don't like it. Okay, so now we're gonna hide the layer that we had. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it erased with the brush I've been trying to do. So we're gonna see how this looks real quick. Yeah, Bass is a bit of a pushover. Okay, this is kind of doing the trick. Maybe have like a sort of like harsher scuff over here and here. And then go in with our paint tool on a separate layer and add scuffing. Yeah, that's kind of working. Okay, yeah, that's kind of working. Phone's doing pretty well right now, actually. I think that's what the problem was. It was just my hand was warming it up too fast, maybe. I wonder if there's a way I can blow this out real quick. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new layer with this, just so I can see how it looks. We're gonna blur. We're gonna try doing something real quick. I wonder if sharpen will do anything. That kind of makes it look, like shit. So, I think if I make it darker, then kind of mess with it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Ooh! Oh, what did it do? Oh, that looks good. Okay. Never mind, I figured it out. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is just kind of lighten it up. Hey, look at that. That's doing something right now. I kind of like that. I think we're gonna fade it out just a little bit. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing, so you're like, what the hell are you talking about? But I promise this is doing what I want it to do. I think down here I'm gonna have the mystery author's name. Bass is easy to manipulate at first. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna find the Welcome Home logo. Okay, here we go. We have this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take that, we're gonna put it where the Sesame Street logo is. Yeah, we're gonna put it up here in like some fun blocks or something. That would look pretty good. I mean, if I end up not liking this, I can always do a new thing. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Photoshop the Sesame Street logo out. We're gonna keep the golden little book logo because that's literally the brand of this book series, and I want that to like keep the authenticity of what this is. Okay, real quick, we're gonna add the logo in here. We can probably do like a fun little behind logo for this, or we could just keep the letters. I'm gonna see how just the letters look for now. Real quick. Ugh, I still don't know how to Photoshop the letters out. I'm gonna figure it out real quick. God, I wish there was a way to do this. I don't know how to do this. No! Okay, we'll try that again. It doesn't like the C. Come on, we're on. Ah, shit. Okay, we're gonna try that again. This is the hardest part. Trying to select all these. Okay, we got those, so I'm just gonna keep those on a separate layer for now. And we are going to get the rest of these goddamn welcome home layers. So help me, we are gonna do this. I just want. It's not letting me select. Come. Please. No. This is actually the hardest part. This is why I don't like doing letters. That kind of did it. Actually. Okay, we got it. It's just, it looks like crap right now. But yeah, I think we just gotta go in and clean these up. And then we can make it look like it matches this. Or I wonder if, Shit. Yeah, every time I do the select tool for letters, it looks so bad. And it won't let me autofill because this, like, level's full of holes. Look. It's too late. We already got this. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna do this together as a team. God, Laura Palmer's always a jump scare. There she is. You know, the scuffing kind of adds to it. I wonder if there's a way I can mess with the color balance. Actually, hold on. We're gonna restart this. Nothing. What if highlights? No, it doesn't do anything with the white. What the hell? this gets rid of it, but it also makes it look the wrong colors. So I wonder if I can do this and then we're gonna figure this out. Look, I know I'm making it harder than it has to be, alright? Melon's kind of indifferent with kids. Alright, fine. We're just gonna get the fucking... You know what? Screw you guys. Why don't I just start this whole picture over then, huh? Wonder if this will allow it. No, because it's a file. I just want the picture. Please. I wonder if this will work. Whoop. This might have worked. Hold on. No, it did not. You know, this is pissing me off. Why can't I be happy? Okay, Twitter. Alright, hold on. We're gonna pause, actually. Can you send it to me through Discord? Because I can't access it on my iPad. Please. Because I don't have Twitter on my iPad. Let me know once you sent it. Thank you, Moss, so much. Hey, there it is. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna see if it works first. Yay! We did it! Okay, we got it. Thank you so much, guys. This is why we have the Discord. Thank you so much, guys. This was a big help. I'll probably put Apple behind this too. Make it look real, or I could do like home. Like, actually, I could probably just keep the letters. Just do the thing that they did where they made like the dark outline and then bloomed it. Same thing for Big Bird. You see how on the Sesame Street logo it has this? I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna layer it up a bit just to make it a little thicker. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna blur it a bit so it matches the texture of the rest of this. Hey, look at that. I'm just gonna blur this a bit. And then what I can do after is just scuff this up a bit more. I'm gonna probably lighten this up a bit. Well, now I don't like it at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just bring it back. And we're just gonna probably just keep it intact, but just scuff up the edges of it a bit. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. It's getting a little dark in here. mean, I really could just post the drawing as is, but like I want to also have a side thing because a lot of the welcome home stuff is like real life pictures of like, you know. So I just want it to look authentic, you know? Ow. I'll be right back. Oh, my legs are asleep. Shit. I totally didn't collapse to the floor because my legs were asleep. Don't worry about it. No, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, back to it. Okay, next up, gonna add the title, and then we're gonna put some stuff down here for like the author, which I'm gonna have as like the director of the show. I wonder if there's a way to blow out the line work. Because that's what I want to do to make it look a little different. Oh, halftone kind of does make it look printed, actually. I'm going to keep that, make it a little fainter. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Yeah, this is kind of doing it. Okay, yeah, I'm satisfied with that now. Look, guys, sometimes it takes a while for things to look authentic. That's the whole thing, you know? Because sometimes it takes a while just to get the detail, like, just right. Look, it was driving me nuts, okay? Sometimes stuff like this happens. Okay, now I'm gonna do a motion blur on it real quick, just to get that good faded effect. I think for this, I'm gonna do the screen, because it looks nice and faded. Maybe. Or we'll just keep it normal, actually, and then just fade that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. There we go. And then once we're, like, actually done, we're gonna add, You know, just more scuffing. Make it look like it's actually on the book rather than put on top. I'm she, they. It doesn't really matter to me though. God damn, pal. God damn. Not trying in hard enough, just like your ma. Okay, you see how like the welcome home looks like it's actually on the book? I'm gonna have to do that last for this once I'm ready. Okay, so now I'm gonna look for a good sort of book title thing. This looks good. This almost matches the welcome home text, so I'm gonna use Hofler text? Hofler text, whatever you want to call it. The title is gonna be something like Poppy's Problem Pet or something. Okay, I'm just gonna look at this, see if it has any like subtitles. Not subtitles, but like titles underneath. I can actually use this apple behind the welcome home sign. That would be pretty cool. Stop! Oh yeah, I forgot to change it back to what I like. It's all about little touches, guys, to make it look more authentic. Yeah, look how nice that looks. I'm gonna probably put it, yeah, on this side is better. See how much that apple fits this, though? That's good. Look, I kind of am a detective if you want to think about it like that. In a more, yeah. Where's this red? It's messing with my vibe. What? Where is it? You see what's happening? I'm losing it. There we go. Okay, it's gone. You saw what just happened. I want to do a play on words for the logo. That would be pretty good. Some like, Poppy's pet project or something. Something like this. Yeah, or like Poppy's pest problem, actually. Because it's a mockingjay. Mockingjay. God damn it. You know what I meant. Okay, Poppy's pest problem. That works. I like that, actually. Okay, I'm gonna look at the OG thing just to look at it. So if I want, I can make the pest problem bigger than the title. So that sounds... Oh man, it's getting windy out. God, one of these days something's gonna pop up at this window and I am gonna scream so loud. Losing power right now, I would actually scream. Because I am, like, kind of spooked right now because of that lady. But hey, look at that. That looks nice. I'm just gonna mess with the colors for this because it's looking a little, Also, what I can do is blow out the shadow text. Just so it can, look more like the thing they got going on. And then I'm gonna duplicate it so it looks a little more bold. And there we go. Alright, I like that. Now I'm gonna fade it a little bit. Not like that. Nah. The lady, there's a neighborhood lady that likes to cry and wander around the streets. She has a house. It's just like every time we see her, she's crying. And apparently, a friend was sleeping over, and they heard crying right outside our window over here, like this window. And there's like a good drop down over there where the backyard is. And we think that she's going into our backyard in the middle of the night. We have no proof of this. But, like, it's a scary thought. Okay, so we're just gonna clean this up a little bit. Fade some stuff, make it look authentic. And then I think we're done. Besides, like, I gotta find the logo for that guy that, like, made the show, like the head puppeteer. Do you guys remember his name? 'Cause I don't remember his name. He was like a really famous puppeteer. He was like, he was like a do you guys remember his name? I've said the story like 4 times already. I'm tired. Alright, last step is just making it look scuffed up, pretty much. Can you guys look up what the name of the puppeteer is for this? I can't remember his name. Playfellow Workshop. Okay, I'm gonna put that in different text. Probably make it nice and cursive. I don't have anything down here, but you know what, whatever. It's my book. I can make it look like what I want. We're gonna make this a little cursive looking. Yeah, something like this. Okay. So I'm gonna write down what you just said. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put this down here. And then just make it kind of stick out a bit. That's actually gonna be something that comes up in the next update. Mayhaps wants kids. Okay, last step. We're on the very last step, guys. We're gonna make this look as scuffed up as possible. I know there's like a paper texture somewhere. Like a dirty texture. So I'm just gonna mess around with brushes right now. Yeah, Mayhaps would be a good dad, or a good parent. Okay, I gotta make this brush really small, so it fits. It's kind of working, but it's not like... Dove Lake might be better. Oh hey, yeah, alright, this one works a lot better. Okay, yeah, this is a much better texture for the gunk and the goo. Because the trick to making things look like it's photoshopped onto something is to make it look as, like, grody as possible while also not taking away from the original drawing you got. And right now I'm just trying to find the best balance for it. They definitely have, like, a really cool hair. Okay, that's a little too harsh of the brush. Okay, that's kind of working. I think this is good enough. And I think I'm gonna put my name on the side like this. No, it's a little too big. Hold on. I'll put it like right up top over here. Okay, look at that. Alright guys, I think we're done. Look at that. Okay, time-lapse for this will probably be available on my Patreon later. But thank you to everybody who can make it.